What's going on, beautiful people? So look, after watching FS1 Undisputed and watching Michael Jordan's The Last Dance documentary, I come to find out some new information. Now I remember when I was a small boy, I heard this rumor, but I didn't know how true it was or not. But Shannon Sharp came on FS1 Undisputed after talking to Horace Grant and confirmed that this story is in fact true. He also talked about the story the day before, right? So the story goes that there was this time where it may be multiple times, right, where Horace Grant didn't play well, or in Michael Jordan's eyes, he didn't play well enough. And so when they got on the team playing, Michael Jordan would tell the stewardess not to give Horace Grant his meal because he didn't deserve to eat for how bad he played. Michael Jordan would tell the stewardess, don't give Horace Grant his meal. He don't deserve to eat. Don't give him his meal. He don't need no food. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now, right? Horace Grant should have whooped Michael Jordan's ass. Like, there's no way around it, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He should have put them paws on Mike. And Mike should have applied that pressure. Because ain't no way a grown man is supposed to treat another grown man like that. That's out of bounds. I don't care if you the GOAT. I don't care who you are. I don't give a damn. Mike should have got his ass whooped. But because everybody started to allow him to do certain things, he got away with it. And so when he got away with it with teammates, that started to trickle, and it started a trickle down effect into his own personal life. So if he treating his teammates like that, you know he don't give a damn about me or you, which is why he was such an asshole to other people in his personal life. How he was an asshole to Chameleon there when he met Chameleon there. You heard stories about him being an asshole to even some of his friends or people that was close around him. And it's crazy to me, right? Because I see grown men always making excuses for Michael Jordan being an asshole. That's how you be a winner. You got to be an asshole to win. I'm sorry, fam. I know that's not true because I seen Magic Johnson wear a smile on his face the entire time while he on the court, killing dudes, dropping dudes off, murking dudes. I seen Tim Duncan, stoic face, one of the sweetest guys in the world, killing dudes, putting up 27 and 12, 27 and 13 on dudes' heads nonstop, and he wasn't no trying to be an asshole to dudes. So you can get up out of here with that excuse. But I'm saying, as a man, you don't try to emasculate no other man and disrespect them. You can be a leader and lead a player or lead your team, but that don't mean you disrespect them. Michael Jordan was out of bounds he was out of bounds too much. And he should have got his ass whooped a long time ago. But because nobody put hands on Michael Jordan to whoop his ass, he kept it going. He kept it going. And people I seen, because Skip Bayless changed up his tone today because he wants Horace Grant to come on FS1 Undisputed and tell his side of the story. Because the other day he was saying how he highly doubts that Horace Grant would ever beat Michael Jordan up in a physical fight. And basically he was insinuating that Horace wasn't cut like that. He was insinuating Horace ain't cut like that, so he ain't gonna fight Mike. And Mike would have got beat up. He would have beat up Mike. He said Mike would have beat up Horace Grant. That's what Skip Bayless said. Look, I don't care how many stories he would have beat up Horace because he beat up Steve Kerr. He punched Steve Kerr in the face, fam. That's not impressive. Y'all tell all them stories. The only story we heard about Mike really put some hand, really doing something because he beat up Steve Kerr. He tough. Hell no, I don't care. And I don't care if Mike would have beat me in a fight. Me and Mike would have been fighting every single day until I won. I would have had to whoop Mike's ass to let him know. You don't treat no grown man like that. They got kids in the family. And I don't care if Horace didn't have no kids in no family. You don't treat no other man like that at all. You don't treat them like they belittle. You don't belittle them and treat them like they low to the ground, or like they the lowest thing on the totem pole or the lowest thing on earth, because you all the way up here. And Mike been able to get away with it because everybody always make excuses for him. Every time he do something, there's always another grown man caping for him, wearing their cape tight around their neck. Don't you talk about MJ. Don't talk about MJ. When they call him MJ, that's how you know they super fan of MJ. Don't leave MJ alone. Leave him alone. Man, F dude, fam. If he doing something like that, if he disrespecting that man like that, he would have had to get dealt with. It's the end of discussion. I don't care. Horace could have been a 15 man on a roster. Some guys some people were like, well, they wouldn't. The 15 man on the roster wouldn't want to get kicked off the team. He want to stay on the team and have a chance to win a championship. Fam, I would have had to tell my kids, I don't have a championship right now because Michael Jordan tried to disrespect me. I wasn't going for it, and I let him know I'm not having it, and I had to apply pressure to him. Because at the end of the day, let him have, I'm like Shannon Sharp, let him have said, told the stewardess, I'm not getting my meal. I would have said, okay, Mike, I'm getting yours. I'm getting your meal now. Now what's up? Because that ain't cool. And see, Mike had an aspect, he had a way of bullying teammates and trying to like pull a card, like for real. And he knew he could throw his weight around because he would be supported by the front office. And other guys would let it go because he was the greatest player on earth. And they allowed him to do it. And I'm seeing from other people that's trying to make an excuse for it. I see that bullying is only acceptable if you like the player. If you really view the player as the all-time great, if he's the GOAT in your eyes, you allow it because he's the GOAT. He can do whatever he wants. Fam, get the hell up out of here. If any current superstar treated their teammates like Michael Jordan treated his teammates, they would be slaughtered in the media. The media would slaughter them if one of the current superstars treated their teammates like Michael Jordan was doing. Because I promise y'all, Mike would have had to run that fade with me. I'm not even a fighter or a super aggressive person, but I don't take no disrespect. So that's disrespectful. Telling another man he can't eat, denying him his meal because he ain't play good. Who the hell are you, Mike? You ain't that man daddy. Who is you? You know, and speaking of daddy, I told y'all, it's some dudes that's so fanned out for Mike, they treat Mike like he they daddy. Like like he birthed them or something. Like they make an excuse for him all the time. And I'm telling y'all, it's some dudes, some old heads, Mike could slap the hell out of some of these dudes' kids. And some dude would be like, well, Mike, my kids had it coming to him, man. They should have never stepped to the GOAT. Mike can do whatever he wants to. He's allowed to slap my kids if he wants to. He's the GOAT. My kids had it coming. They should have never talked to Mike like they should have never asked Mike for a picture. Mike could slap my kids all they want to. They shouldn't have been looking so slappable. Mike and like, bro, get the hell up out of here, fam. But it's interesting to me because Michael Jordan called the Piston players who didn't shake his hands classless, right? He called them classless, but yet he trying to take Horace Grant meal away on a plane. He calling it, he whining, Mike complaining about the Pistons being classless, all of that. But then this is what happened with Horace Grant. Come on, fam. And again, I will acknowledge out of my own mouth, Michael Jordan is the greatest player to ever play the game. He was phenomenal. He did things that most people had never seen before. He was dynamic. And he put the Chicago Bulls franchise, and he put them at the upper echelon of the NBA. He put them, he is responsible for their rise to prominence. And he is the greatest player to ever lace them up. 6-0 in the finals, you cannot argue with that, right? Great accomplishments. But that does not warrant him to treat anybody any way he wants to because he got all his status and he up here and trying to treat people like they down there. Fam, Michael Jordan, I don't care who it is. I would have had to apply pressure to him. They would have had to deal with some smoke. I don't care. And again, I don't care. Mike would have won the fights. I would have kept fighting Mike until I won. We just going to keep fighting. I'm just going to be, every time I see you, I'm on your head. Every time. Because that's disrespectful. Trying to emasculate that man. The same way he tried to emasculate and humiliate Chameleon in public when Chameleon asked for a picture, and then he gonna tell him he don't take pictures with no niggas. And then gonna tell him and Chameleon has spent $7,000 on the pictures at the auction because he grew up being a huge Michael Jordan fan. Mike gonna tell him, I tell you what Mike say? Mike said if you pay $15,000 for that jersey, then I'll take a picture with you. Mike, who the hell is you? You feel me? Who are you, fam? Like, okay, what? Boy, I promise you, would have had to slap the hell out of Mike, slap him, and then whoop him. For real, let him know. I'm going to return that disrespect. Because you try to emasculate me, I'm going to slap you to emasculate you. Then we can just rumble after that. Because that ain't like, what? And then grown men. I'm telling y'all, grown men are worse. Because they always make an excuse for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan could slap a grown man's mama, and the man gonna say, "My mama had it coming to her. She shouldn't have did that to the mic. She shouldn't have did that to MJ. She shouldn't have did that. She shouldn't have asked for a picture from the GOAT. Don't do that to Mike. Don't do it to him. Leave him alone. Leave MJ alone. Mom, you were asking for that slap. That's how they operate, and that's how they get down. But you know, again, you can lead someone without being disrespectful to him. I watched Shannon Sharp talk about John Elway, and he talks about him. He reveres John Elway, and he really respects John because John never tried to show him up. John was the cornerstone of the franchise. He was the guy. But he never tried to make Shannon seem like he was less than. Even when Shannon switched from wide receiver to tight end or tight end to receiver for a game or something and he didn't know the plays, and he broke it down to Shannon the whole game. And he never showed him up. He said, I'm going to come and do my job. I'm going to come and be prepared to do my job as best as possible. You can lead me, but you will not disrespect me. I will not allow you to say things to me that my own grandmother or mother didn't say. You know what I mean? I'm not going to allow you to say something that I didn't allow people in my neighborhood to say to me. Just because you Mike, you can do that. But see, again, Mike know what time it was because he knew who to do that to. He would never do that to Charles Oakley because he know that fade coming. It's certain dudes he would never say that to. He would have never said that to a dude like Shannon Sharpe if Shannon was on his team because he know what's going to come behind that. But see, he pulled his weight around with certain dudes. Who else? What's the other dude he got on, man? It was Steve Kerr and who else he supposed to have put hands on? One of the other little dudes that wasn't gonna be on nothing. Like, bro, who? If he don't get up out of here, fam, it's just ridiculous. But people always making excuses for him, and because they always made excuses for him, in his personal life, he also began to treat other people, his interactions with people, he would treat people like shit. And people would say, well, everybody got bad days. That's true. But you don't talk to no man and try to emasculate him for what reason? Who are you? You're not God. I don't care if they call you Black Jesus, whatever. Like, you don't talk down on no other man like you better than him and he ain't nobody. Who is you, fam? Like, I don't care. What's up? You know, and that's what it been. We would have been rumbling every day. And I would have tried to hurt Mike. You talking to me crazy like that. That's not cool. And I don't respect that coming from no man. Again, if a current superstar were to do that today, they would be slaughtered in the media. It would have been game over for them, man. But he got away with it because he Mike and everybody grew him and he the GOAT and everybody reveres him so much and he knows that. So that's why he was able to do that all that time, you know. And again, he know who to do that to. He knew who to try to push those buttons, who button to push. And Horace, to his credit, came out and said he told Mike F you before. Him and Mike was going at it all the time. And he said, and Shannon Sharpe revealed from his conversation with Horace Grant the other day that from day one, Mike was on him and talking to him crazy from day one. It started as soon as he came to the Bulls. It started from then and it kept going on. While he appreciates, you know, Mike's greatness and him as a great basketball player, him and Mike wasn't cool eye to eye as teammates. They didn't rock like that, you know, and Mike wasn't the best. Like at times, he treated his teammates horrible. You know what I mean? And Shannon said that Horace told him some stuff that he didn't even want to repeat on air. He want Horace to come on and say himself. He like, look, it will come off better if it came from your mouth and you can come on FS1 Undisputed and share what you got to say with the public. And I'm telling y'all, when Horace Grant let this out, the bomb gonna drop. Team Jordan gonna try to send Horace Grant a care package like they tried to send Chameleonaire, so Chameleonaire would stop telling his story. They're gonna try to send a care package to Horace Grant full of Jordans and all type of Jordan memorabilia, so he doesn't reveal how like some of the stuff Mike did to the public. Because Mike is really concerned about him looking like a bad guy, as y'all knew when he released that statement, how it's going to make me look like a bad guy, a bad person. Fam, it's too late because we already know how you get down. And we been knew you was an asshole, but now it's just been confirmed. But Horace Grant going to let out that bag of, he going to let out that can of worms. And Michael Jordan going to try to smooth it over with a whole bunch of Jordan paraphernalia and a care package. But I want to hear what happened, man. I really do. But Mike, he got away with way too much. Somebody should have whooped his ass a long time ago. Like, it shouldn't have never went on for that long, but because it did, hey, he get to do what he want to do and say what he want to say because he the GOAT, and he gets to tell the story. But some pressure should have been applied to Mike a long time ago. And then that would have been the end-all, be-all of it. But we shall see, man. We shall see. Machiavelli Mills TV, thank y'all for rocking with me. Peace.